like, I can't see anything. What's going on? And he goes like, why is it soft and squishy? And he goes, it kind of feels nice on my feet. and then he goes like, wait, I'm being birthed with my mom right now? And then they start talking about that he's got a tiny speckle.
Yeah.
And then Christopher Walken, he just goes like, your mom must have superhuman sight because I didn't see anything. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the RBS Cinema Podcast.
I know Kung Fu.
Show me.
This is Sparta! I'm thinking I'm back.
Why so serious?
Avengers!
Assemble. I'm Batman.
You better lawyer up, asshole. Because I'm not coming back for 30%. I'm coming back for everything.
I'll be back.
You shall not pass!
RBS.
Lovely.
Welcome, everybody, to a brand new episode of RBS Cinema. This week's episode, we are talking about Click. And the only reason why that we decided to talk about this was because at the 4K, it's being released on 4K this coming Tuesday. Not as time of recording, but when the episode comes out, it'll come out that following Tuesday. But before we talk about that, I'm your host, Devin. With me, as always, is co-host Jack.
I'm still Jack.
So we'll kick off things with watch list here. But before we actually get into watch list, thank you everybody so much for being here, tuning in, listening, however you guys are doing it. Really appreciate you being here nevertheless. You know, if you guys want to take that a step further, if you're not already, subscribe to the channel. You guys can find us on YouTube, Spotify, and on Apple Podcasts, on all those platforms, as well as on TikTok and on Instagram, where I'll be posting clips, a bunch of other stuff that I'm thinking about doing as well. And be sure to like, comment. Did you guys like Click back when it first came out? Or, you know, guys need a refresher, go check it out on 4K. Be sure to share this around, subscribe, all that good stuff.
I want you to tell all your friends about me.
I want to start off with saying that I've beat Lego Batman.
Yeah,
So.
told me that off screen. I watched a little bit of you playing it before we started recording. So
Yeah.
but not too much. Just like
Me running
just
around.
a small, like maybe a minute worth of gameplay. So
Yeah. And you already said that, oh, dude, this is fucking awesome.
I the game looks great. And
Yeah. Like I said, it's basically Lego Batman Arkham. That's all it is.
Maybe I will get it this weekend.
You should. It's great.
Maybe I'll just send
It'll
it,
keep you busy for sure. Because it's not just like, oh yeah, like there's the Riddler challenges and other bunch of stuff. No, like it definitely keeps you busy because there's also like a shop because Batmite is in it. I don't know if you're too familiar with Batmite, but he's basically this, what would he be? He's like this being that can transcend space and time, pretty much.
Okay.
So he's not an alien or nothing, but he's just able to like pop in and out of the Batman universe. He's able to go into different universes and stuff. Kind of like the one guy from Superman. I can never pronounce. Yeah. So if you say his name, if he says his name backwards, then he gets back to his home planet.
Yeah.
So that he's basically kind of like that, only just Batman. And he's like a big Batman fan, so he dresses like Batman.
Yeah,
and that's why he's called Batmite. So, but he has his own shop, and he just sells you a bunch of random crap that you can just like destroy in the game. I got all of that stuff. And after you go through the game and you beat the main story, you can literally just go in there, just buy everything.
Nice.
So there are sometimes when you have to buy like suits and stuff, but otherwise most of it is just like unlockables. So you don't have to buy anything. There's only specific suits that you can buy from the shop, but you know, if you want to wait up until the very end of the game and do all that stuff, you can. It took me like, I don't know, a couple minutes to do that, just sitting there just like spamming buy. So, and it was only like, I don't know, maybe a couple million. So, and you rack up that pretty quick because you know it is a Lego game. So, but anyhow, yeah, I just wanted to kick off with that because like that was a great time. I'm still gonna go into it and get all of the small things. I'm almost done platinum it. I think I just need a couple more trophies to platinum, but otherwise there's more stuff in the game specifically to do and unlock and all that bunch of stuff. So I just wanted to kick off with that. But let's kick off with watch list before we talk about Click. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, my watch list is relatively short.
Okay.
I only have like a couple things on there. First thing I watched was, you might find this really weird, but I felt nostalgic for watching Alvin and the Chipmunks again.
Okay.
The live action one.
Jason Lee joint.
Yes.
Love Jason Lee. He's great. Did you know that he used to do skateboarding before he became a movie star?
He sounds like a guy who would do skateboarding, I feel like.
Yeah. He used to skateboard, not as a career, but like, and then he was also like on magazines and stuff. So, but yeah, My Name is Earl.
Yeah, that one. It was a lot more, definitely for kids.
Oh, for sure.
But like I remember I had on DVD way back when, and then I don't think I had the sequel, but I saw the sequel.
I never saw the third one. I saw the squeakquel.
The third one's terrible.
Yeah, it's Shipwreck. So they're on a boat cruise.
Shipwrecked, I believe.
Yeah, Shipwrecked is what it's called.
Yeah, and then Alvin Chipmunks, the squeakquel,
which introduces the Chipettes.
It's like the first movie and the second one have David Cross in it.
Yeah, all three of them have David Cross, which he is hilarious in these movies.
Yeah.
Yep, and then here's my cat to talk about Alvin and the Chipmunks now. So, but yeah, like David Cross is hilarious in those movies.
Yeah. So I watched that, and then I didn't really watch any other movies, but I did stumble upon this YouTube channel that I think I'm gonna watch more of their videos. Do you know that like viral video that happened about 5 years ago that was like, it's got like 66 million views now? It's called like what it looks like when someone tries to act crazy. And
No.
it's literally it's footage of the interrogation of Nicholas Cruz, who is the Parkland, Florida shooter.
Okay.
So it was like a couple hours after he was arrested.
Yeah.
And it's literally him and a detective interrogating him.
Yeah.
And it breaks it down like, okay, here's when you can see that he's trying to like act crazy.
Yeah.
And he keeps talking about like, oh, I hear demons, It's like, well, if you hear demons, why didn't they tell you to? Why didn't you stop it? Why didn't you go see a doctor?
Yeah, why didn't you go get help?
Why didn't you go do this? Why did you have to go?
Yeah, and go and kill somebody.
Yeah, well, it was more than a person, but
Right.
like I thought it was pretty interesting. And so this chair, it's called JCS Psychology, I believe. They have a couple of videos like this. Like they released one a couple months ago that's called like How to Interrogate a Narcissist.
Yeah, I've seen like from time to time people that have like a certain degree in something, and then they go like, well, let's break this down specifically in their field, especially like with the interrogation stuff where people go like, oh, I'm crazy, and he goes like, well, I'm a psychologist, so let's see if this person is actually crazy, and then start dissecting it.
Not like that. I mean, it's like the raw footage of someone narrating over it, but it's not like the person narrating is not like a trained psychologist. They're just right. They're just doing commentary on it. Yeah, it's kind of interesting because I've always been sort of interested in like true crime a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
So might give that channel more of a watch during the course of this week.
Yeah, if you like true crime stuff and not specifically real, I would recommend True Detective.
Yeah.
It's on HBO Max. I don't know if you have HBO Max or not, but
one of my favorite shows that came out that like I watched like a couple years ago was Mindhunter.
Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah,
such a great.
Yeah. I do remember. Yeah,
it's funny because the guy who stars in it plays as King George in Hamilton.
Yeah,
the actor who plays King George is the lead in that show, and he's literally a guy that's like interrogating serial killers.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was hilarious because like the first thing you see when you look up his his profile on IMDb is like, oh, he was in Hamilton, the live
musical,
live recording.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, interesting.
Yeah, because like True Detective, each season has like A-list actors in it.
Yeah.
As the main stars and stuff like that, but they also have like other A-list actors in it as well. Like the first season has Woody Harrelson and God, what's his name? Whenever I come on here, I never remember anybody's name.
I've heard really good things about True Detective, and I've been meaning to sit down and like get into a new show to watch.
Yeah, and like each episode is like borderline an hour long. So, but like the seasons aren't that long though. I think there are only like 8 episodes. So, and then I got through season 1 forever ago, but then wanted to watch season 2, and then that just got away from me, and I just like never went back to it. I need to go back to it, but was that it that you had for your watch list?
That's all I have for my watch list. Like I said,
cool.
pretty short.
Cool. So then I'll kick off mine with Pluribus. So I started Pluribus.
Yes.
I am on episode 2 as of right now. Well, I should say episode 3 because I got through episode 2 last night. So I wanted to watch that and play a little bit of Batman.
Are you watching it with Grace or?
Nope, just by myself.
Yeah, me and Annie decided to watch it together. So.
But Grace came in here because she wanted to snuggle because she's feeling disconnected between work and doing stuff. It is actually kind of freaky, not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, Pluribus is great.
Yeah, it's great. I cannot wait to watch more. Matthew McConaughey. He was in the first season.
Right.
So yeah.
Might want to slow, like, don't get through it too quickly.
Yeah.
I would say, because another season is not going to be around for a while.
Oh yeah, because like I googled it because whenever I see these kinds of shows, I go like, okay, like it's been a while since the first season came out. When does the next one come out? They said that it should be out by late this year, if not possibly the beginning of next year. So I'm just like, oh, okay. Like, and I never mind that either.
Right.
Because when I got through all of Breaking Bad, which, next up on my watch list was Breaking Bad, because I got through all of that. And also I watched the movie El Camino, because that's supposed to be the follow-up after that.
Yep.
I, loved it. I watched it when it first came out on Netflix and just like, okay, I'm done with Breaking Bad. Now I'm going to switch to Netflix, and I'm going to switch to
Apple TV, yeah.
Well, not even just that, because, I don't have an Apple TV. So
Right.
I was watching Breaking Bad. I got through with that. And then I watched El Camino on Netflix. And I was just like, yeah, I forgot how good this movie actually is. And I own it on Steelbook too, which is, it's basically like almost a 2-hour long episode of just Jesse himself.
Yeah, right.
So
I am familiar with El Camino.
yeah. And then speaking of Steelbooks, I got the Scream 4 Steelbook.
Is that the one that you've been hunting for literal months, or?
Well, yeah, because like
one?
there's like the 3 Scream Steelbooks that I wanted to get to complete my Scream collection, which was 2, 4, and 6. Literally the even numbers of the movies. And a little bit of backstory for those of you that don't know about this. So the 4th movie never got a U.S. release on Steelbook, at least, and it finally became available through Lionsgate Limited, and it became pre-ordered earlier this year in January. So it took 6 months for it to finally release, and which as time of recording, it would already be out. So go and pick up the Scream 4, either Steelbook or go and pick it up on 4K, because it just got released on 4K. Lionsgate picked up the rights for the distribution for it, because all of them are owned by Paramount.
Right.
So, but I was very excited. I got it. I opened it up, and it was great. And I am waiting for Scream 6 to come in, because I bought that from somebody from secondhand. So, and I didn't pay an arm and a leg for it. I paid for it under $100. Usually they're going for $100 plus.
Jeez.
So I've seen some of them where they're selling for like $200, $600.
Oh
so same thing for the second one. I'm going to try to actually get the second one at less cost than what I've been seeing on eBay, especially. So, because it was like months ago that the second one was re-released on like for Walmart for a short period, or like Amazon, and I went to go and buy it, and then they canceled my order through Amazon. And I was just like, you fucking serious? So I was pissed off about it, and so I couldn't have it. But now I have the 4th one. I'm just waiting for the guy to ship out my Scream 6 Steelbook. He was going to do it this morning as time of recording on Saturday, and he goes like, yeah, the mail office system is shut down for right now, so I'll ship it out on Monday. I'm like, okay. Moving on to my watch list, I have Ready or Not 2. So, because I never saw it, and we talked about Ready or Not 1 last week, so go check that out. Fortunately, Lee is not here because he said he was going to be here. I got clear confirmation on not just once, but twice. He still didn't show up. So, excuse me while I scream into the screaming pillow. Okay.
Okay, sure.
I'm back. If you haven't already.
It's in theaters, right?
No.
No?
Not anymore.
Oh.
No, it's being released on, or it's
That's
already
right,
out.
yeah, okay.
And like that's the reason why we talked
That's
about
why
the first
we talked
one.
about it, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So
I
and-
forgot if it was releasing on DVD or if it was coming out in theaters.
No. It's being released. Well,
Okay. Or
technically it's out.
Yeah,
it's out on
streaming
DVD.
service, yeah.
Yeah, it's out on DVD. So I decided to watch it, and it was actually really good. It was better than the first one, so I would have hoped it would have been. Yeah, it was like a step up above it. So it's still a rent, I'd say, but if you want to complete your collection, go and buy it. Next up on my watch list, I have Gladiator 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
So, because I've never seen these, surprisingly. I've never seen the Gladiator movies. And I was thoroughly, not surprised, entertained. Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
Do you know
Yes,
what?
I was entertained.
Daniel Crowe. Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah, Russell Crowe. You know what, Russell Crowe? I was entertained. Thank you for asking. And it was a great time. It was a little slow in the beginning, but then it like picked up halfway through. So because like, are you familiar with Gladiator?
No, I need to watch the original Gladiator movies.
Yeah. The whole basis around it is that like he was a general, and then he got, because he was going to get the ruling of Greece or Rome. I think it was Rome. And because like the king, he's old and decrepit, and he just goes like, hey, when we get out of here, I will give you the keys to the kingdom, essentially.
Right.
And he has his son, who's Joaquin Phoenix. And he goes like, my son's a shithead. He's always got stuff handed to him. Like, he literally shows up at the beginning of the movie after they won the battle. He just goes like, oh yeah, I would have been here before, but you know, fucking whatever. And like, he just didn't want to get his hands dirty. That was all. He's a little preppy boy. And he just goes like, oh father, you know, like I would have been here sooner. And he goes like, yeah, you missed this war and the last one and the time before that and all this bunch of shit. So, and he just goes like, well, I just wanted to get here when I could, you know, type shit. But he ends up killing his dad, and then he ends up saying, oh, Maximus killed him, being Russell Crowe.
Right.
And then he goes to be a slave. They kill his family, and then that's how he gets into like the gladiator matches in Rome.
Okay.
So, and then in the second one, same thing, pretty much, you know. But yeah, it's a pretty good time. I was thoroughly enjoyed. Knock it out in like a Saturday afternoon. So especially for a rainy day like today. So
oh my god, everyone's freaking out because the Omadome finally shattered, and it's like,
Oh,
come
did
on,
it?
guys! It was storming for a little. It was like heavy rain and like a little bit of thunder and lightning.
yeah.
Because everyone's freaking out because like, for those of you who don't know, this is the opening weekend when we're recording this of the College World Series, and if you don't know,
Okay.
the College World Series are held in Omaha, Nebraska.
Yeah, everybody comes from far and wide and fucks up all of our traffic because of it too.
Yeah,
every
so,
year.
Everyone like Omaha always freaks out every single year because like nothing can like nobody can do anything because like all of the tourists from like the College World Series are in town coming to see like buy tickets and go to the games and like hang out in Omaha. So
Yeah, and people buy like year-long tickets too.
it's the same feeling that like people get when like Berkshire Hathaway weekend happens.
Yeah.
Where a bunch of businessmen like from who God knows where just descend upon Omaha
Yep.
and just like
I remember that a couple years ago, I think.
Yeah.
When that first happened.
for those of you who like baseball and you didn't know that, well, Omaha, Nebraska, that's where it happens.
Yep.
So
Yeah, because like, you know, there's just a bunch of people that come here, stay at the hotels, caused more traffic because they're traveling a lot.
yeah, don't go downtown.
Yeah, a lot of downtown traffic.
Do
It's
not-
fucking. I mean, just in general, the downtown construction that goes on year
Oh my
round
God.
is fucking abysmal already.
Because they're
And
trying to
having
build the
the railway
the
system.
streetcar,
Yeah, which is fucking dumb. And then like, what was it? It's not even halfway through. Like they haven't even. well, they started it, but like at some point of starting it, they were like, it's like we don't really need this thing, and then they were like, well, it would cost us way more to
Stop.
put everything back together than it would be
It's
to
like, we already
actually follow
started,
through.
right? Might as well just keep going.
Yeah, which is fucking dumb. So, but the other thing too is that I also told this to Annie because she told me like, oh, like we're gonna go to the zoo tomorrow or this weekend. I was like, oh, okay, cool. It's funny because I go like, oh, so you guys are gonna go see the Omatit, the Biotit, because the Biodome.
The Desert Dome?
Yeah, the Biotit. Everybody's calling it the Biotit now.
Nobody calls it that.
Everybody's calling it the Biotit.
Who is?
Everybody online.
Who?
People, I don't know.
People
I don't know them. What? You think I fucking know names?
I don't
know.
a single
Susan down
person.
the street. How the fuck am I supposed to know?
That's my
And
mother.
then the other thing, well, I always forget Susan. Why did you say that name? And then also we have the Peener Tower. So
Oh yeah, I have people call about that.
See?
So
the Peener Tower.
it's Omaha Mutual Tower that
Yeah.
just need to be built because like, well, we need to make a new taller building in Omaha. It's like,
Right. It's like why?
what was wrong with the FMBO building?
Right. Or what was wrong with the fucking the Woodsman building. Yeah, Woodman building. So
Yeah.
like that's pretty fucking tall. Like that's a staple in downtown. Like duh.
But now we get the D building.
Yeah, we got the D building, dude. Just walk in there. Hey, the D has arrived in the D building.
Everyone gets to see it now. It's like, oh my god, it looks like a
Giant dick.
yeah. So
Yeah, it literally looks like dick and balls. It's hilarious.
come to Nebraska, we have the best architecture ever.
Yep. Come to Omaha, Nebraska, where you can see the peener out. Dude's got his pee-pee out.
Anyway, is that all for your
Anyway.
watch list?
Yeah, that was it for watch lists.
Alright.
So let's
What-
go ahead and kick off with Click.
Yeah, click.
So we'll talk about what the movie is specifically about, actors, stars, writers, all that boring stuff, taglines, and then we'll kick off with what we actually want to discuss about the movie and all that fun stuff. So movie is about a workaholic architect finds a universal remote that allows him to fast forward and rewind to different parts of his life. Complications arise when the remote starts to overrule his choices. Do you agree?
Yeah, that's great.
The only thing I don't agree is that he finds a universal remote. He doesn't find it. He's given one.
Yeah, but he finds the place where it is.
Not
Kind
really.
He goes
He
to Bed
finds
Bath and
it.
Beyond. He looks for bath.
And then there's Beyond.
Yeah.
So
he finds the Beyond part.
yeah.
You know.
Well, I don't know. I think it's kind of dumb that it just says like, oh, he finds it. Oh yeah, he just stumbles across a universal remote control. That's what it's like alluding to.
That is a little bit misleading. I agree.
Yeah. So I instead of saying finds, could have been said given.
He's given.
Yeah, is given a universal remote.
Bequeathed.
Yeah. So got director Frank Corsi, got writers Steve Coren and Mark O'Keefe. I'm interested to see what other things Frank Orsi has also directed.
Is it Frank Karachi?
Karachi, Corsi.
I think
What
it
did I
might-
say originally? Kerosene?
Yeah, something like that. I think it's Karachi.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so yeah, he's a big proprietor of directing a lot of Adam Sandler joints, apparently. So he did The Wedding Singer, The Water Boy, Around the World in 80 Days. Anybody?
Wait, is that the one with Jackie Chan?
I would assume so because it came out in 2004. Yeah,
Ah, it is the one with
Jackie Chan.
who's the guy who played
The other guy?
the scientist. What's his name?
Let me take a look. Steve Coogan. Steve Coogan.
Yeah, Steve Coogan. Yeah.
He was also in Night at the Museum. Plays the Spartan guy.
Right. That's why I recognize him from.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see what else. Okay, he hasn't really done a whole lot.
It doesn't surprise me that this guy directed a lot of Adam Sandler films. I mean, like it is like produced by Happy Madison.
Right. So he's
the
terrific.
Terrific.
Yeah, terrific. Which is always a great time. You're always in for a great time when you see the Happy Madison and then him just go like terrific. just
Yeah.
sliding in.
You may not be able to say that most some Adam Sandler movies are not like masterpieces, but like all
No.
of them are a good time.
One of the
Except for maybe like
more
Grown Ups 2.
yeah, one of the more recent ones that I remember was Hubie Halloween with Adam Sandler on Netflix.
Never seen that one.
Oh, you should watch it. It came out like a few years ago, but it was actually pretty funny. And more of the more recent Adam Sandler movies, this one actually had me laughing.
Yeah, I saw like Happy Gilmore 2, and I was like,
Yeah, Happy Gilmore 2 was actually pretty good.
It was
but
fine.
yeah, it was all right.
It was okay.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a watch if you loved Happy Gilmore. But
It's for people who thought the first Happy Gilmore was the greatest movie ever.
Yeah,
That's the
100%.
target audience.
It's literally Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, and what was the other one? It's not The Waterboy. It was like some other one in that era that everybody loved, as well as myself. I don't remember what the third movie was.
Well, I know there's a couple, like there's The Longest Yard, there's Bedtime Stories.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, Bedtime Stories was such a weird movie.
It was, because
It had,
it was literally just like him. What was it? His
niece and nephew, I believe.
okay, I couldn't remember if it was his kids or somebody else's kids, but yeah, it's like his niece and nephew.
And Russell
You'd read
Brand
them.
was in it.
Yeah, and like you'd read them bedtime stories, and then the things that he said also came true, but it was just like kind of in weird ways. Like he said, like, "Oh, it rained gumballs," and
Yeah.
then he stops his truck because it started raining gumballs, and then it just turns out that there was a truck on the
Yeah.
overpass that like started got into an accident, and it just rained on top of him. So he just goes like, "Oh my god, everything I say is coming reality." It's like, no, it's a different way of it happening.
What is Russell Brand doing now? Isn't he in prison?
No, he's doing nothing. He's one of those actors that just basically stops doing stuff just because that he got canceled. And like he's a big MAGA supporter,
Oh, okay.
so there's that. But it's the
Isn't he
thing.
Australian?
He is.
Or no, he's British. He's one of those two.
Yeah, I think he's British.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he's a big MAGA supporter, and so
I've not
the
thought
thing-
about Russell Brand in a minute.
yeah, and then like there was the thing where James Franco also got canceled for something. I think it was because that it was allegedly that this happened, that he was messing around with minors or messaging minors or something like that. So then he got canceled, and then now he's been ostracized from Hollywood. So there's like a bunch of people that's been ostracized from Hollywood. So
Yeah.
and then Brendan Fraser got ostracized from Hollywood, got blacklisted for no fucking reason, and then now he's coming back. He's making a huge comeback now, which is fucking great. I love Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
And he's also coming back with The Mummy 4. So he's finally coming back with The Mummy 4 after
The Whale.
so long. Yeah, The Whale was his first comeback film, and he fucking nailed it. He knocked it out of the park with that one. Have you seen it?
No.
You should. It's great. It's a great drama. Get the tissues, I will say. Moving on to cast here after
For
being
Click.
derailed for Click. So, of course, we got Adam Sandler. We got Kate Beckinsale. My queen in this movie. She's so fucking hot.
She is pretty hot.
Got Christopher Walken himself.
Yeah.
David Hasselhoff. Like, this is peak, okay? Henry Winkler. Julie Kavner. Sean Astin, who's been in a few of them. What was it? 50 First Dates was another one that he was in with Adam Sandler.
Isn't Sean Astin Samwise Gamgee?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was also in, he's a Bob in Stranger Things.
Yeah. So got Jennifer Coolidge, which is funny. Rachel Dratch. I don't know how to say her last name. And then got Jonah Hill. So, which is hilarious to me.
Jonah Hill was...
He was his son when it cuts to like him being 10 years later and he's the CEO. He plays as Ben.
Yeah, but like they look so weird.
It's because he has a prosthetic nose to make him more Jewish.
Oh.
That's the only reason why. Like once you get past that, then you see that it's Jonah Hill.
Oh.
So,
I
then
thought that was him, but he looks so strange.
Yeah.
Old Samantha, right? Like what? Like
Older Samantha, yeah.
Yeah. I recognize her. Like, is she on the list somewhere?
Yeah, she's Katie Cassidy is her name.
She's Black Canary in the Arrow series.
There you go. She was also in Black Christmas, as well as the new Nightmare on Elm Street movie that came out in 2010.
Oh.
So, I remember seeing that, but it's been a while since I've actually watched it. So, and then also Jake Hoffman plays his older Ben.
Yeah.
When they're in the future and stuff. So, but no, Jennifer Coolidge was hilarious in this movie too. Like,
oh yeah, what was her name? Is what's her name again?
Janine.
Janine, yeah. Okay.
So, before we go further into all that stuff, let's just knock it out with taglines. So I have the remote is in control.
Yeah.
Which I would say so, because halfway through the movie, the remote just takes control of his life.
Yeah.
Everything will click.
Everything will click.
It's pretty dumb. What if you had a universal remote that controlled your universe? See, that one's good.
Yeah.
That one's a good tagline. Because, I had that written down for
that's like the whole premise of the film.
Later on in the movie when
you wanted a universal
Adam Sandler goes to Christopher Walken, Morty, and he just goes like, hey, like, I didn't ask for this. And he goes like, well, you asked for a remote control that controls your universe. So that remote controls your universe.
You asked for a universal remote control that remotely controls your universe.
Yeah.
You wanted a universal remote control that remote controls your universe.
All right, so...
I'm the angel of death.
Yeah. Which, surprising twist, Morty is the angel of death because he goes like, oh, I'm an angel. And he goes like, well, angels are supposed to help people. And he goes like, no, I'm the angel of death.
I'm the angel of death.
So, like, that was like...
His
that's
face
when
was,
everything, like, goes off the rails.
His face was amorphous.
One of my favorite Christopher Walken quotes that I think about is from Joe Dirt. He goes like, hey, you got my guy all wrong. He goes like, do that again. I'm going to stab you in the face with a soldering iron.
Hey, you're talking to my guy all wrong. It's the wrong tone. Do it again. I'll stab you in the face with a soldering iron. You're his dad? What if I am? What if we're his family?
It's great.
I got a fever. The only prescription
is more cowbell.
More cowbell.
Ladies and gentlemen, Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters.
Ladies and gentlemen, Foo Fighters.
So great. But yeah, so like the whole premise of the movie is that like he works a lot, never spends any time at home with the kids because he's always doing stuff with the fam and everything. And then he has a bunch of remote controls on the fucking coffee table that just control everything else besides the one thing that he wants, which is the TV especially. Yeah. So it gets to the point where he has a deadline to meet over 4th of July weekend to do this Japanese architecture project. And he like gets smacked in the face with the remote control helicopter. And I'm like, how do you not know that's not the remote for the TV?
Yeah.
This all could be established with like labeling all the remotes,
Yeah, but it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's supposed to be ridiculous of him going like, okay, fuck it, I'm going to bed, Matt. Like, I'm going somewhere to go get a universal remote control. Which is, I'm going to stop it here with me saying this. It was funny when, because I'm doing that shit again. So it was funny when, because his next door neighbors are called O'Doyle. Their last name was O'Doyle.
The O'Doyles, yeah.
Yeah, so, and they're also in Billy Madison.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The other family that picked on him throughout the course of his, course of him going through the years of school, they're all O'Doyles.
Oh, okay.
Because, like, there's an O'Doyle in grade school, middle school, high school, and he doesn't go to college, so he just, like, finishes out with high school.
Okay.
So... And then, especially where he goes like, O'Doyle, your whole family is going down. And there's a scene where they're driving down the road, and the dad just goes like, hey, everybody, who rules? And they were like, O'Doyle rules. And then because, who was it? Fuck. Again, I come on here and I never remember anybody's name.
Whatever.
But, like, the bus driver, he's eating a banana and he throws it out the window. And they, run over the banana peel and they run off a cliff, and then the whole time they're like, O'Doyle rules, O'Doyle rules, and then you just hear a big explosion.
Boom.
Who rules?
O'Doyle rules! O'Doyle rules! O'Doyle rules! O'Doyle rules! O'Doyle rules! O'Doyle rules! O'Doyle rules!
So, but yeah, so he's just driving down the street and he is trying to find a electronics place. Best Buy is closed, Staples is closed, and he comes to Bed Bath and Beyond.
Yep.
So, and then he's just like bed, bath, bed, and lays in the bed, and then he finally comes across Beyond. And then he goes through and he goes like, hey, do you guys have a universal remote control?
And of course, it's Christopher Walken back there in the Beyond section.
Right. As this scientist type guy he looks like, because he's always wearing a lab coat.
He looks like Doc Brown.
Yeah. Kind of looks like Doc Brown in a way. And he goes like, okay, like, I got just the thing for you. And so it's like the way beyond that they're going through. And he goes like, hey, this place looks a lot bigger on the inside than on the outside. He goes like, yeah, it has that effect. And it's like, what did it say?
It's basically, you look at the scene, it's like the scene from the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, where it's just like a giant warehouse. It's all like, it's got to be in a warehouse somewhere.
Where's
Nobody
Jimmy
else can get
Hoffa
it.
buried?
Yeah. And then it's all like one of the things is like really new stuff. So, and he opens up the thing, and the only thing that's there is the remote.
Yeah.
It's the only thing, and he just goes like, could it be the one in the middle?
Thing that's up there?
Yeah. Could it be the one in the middle?
Yes, of course.
He goes like sneaky. I love Christopher Walken in this movie. He's great. And so he just gives her the remote. Now he's able to remote control his universe without him knowing it.
And he's like, remember, this item is non-returnable.
He goes like, why would I return something that's free?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, any sensible person would be like, I'm not returning something that's free.
This movie is like, it's starting to become dated.
Yeah.
Simply because of the fact that like most things don't need a remote control anymore.
Yeah, because like even when I got done, I was talking to Grace about it. She goes like, yeah, like, it is kind of dated now because of the fact that was around the era when everybody was getting universal remote controls. But
like the concept of a universal remote control to me now just seems so strange. Because it's like, how does that even work?
Well, I have a quote-unquote universal remote control that controls my TV, but that's the whole concept of it, is that like it controls any kind of TV if you have it set to a certain frequency.
But the way he seemed like he wanted it to be, because like he not only has trouble with TV, but he like flicks the white switch. And
the garage, and
it's like
the remote control. It's like monster truck,
like a cartoonish like idea of like, oh, this remote controls all of these different things that are made by different manufacturers,
right? And
it's like people like kids like before be like, oh man, I want a universal remote control. It seems like maybe like $1 million,
Yeah, because like that was the whole thing too. Continue talking. Sorry.
No, it's like technology was foreign concept back then.
That's how it pretty much was.
But nowadays, if you really wanted like a universal remote control, you just buy everything from Amazon or Google or Apple and just be like, control that on my phone,
Yeah.
But like it's so interesting that we've like universal remotes have become outdated.
Yeah.
Even after this movie, like nowadays, like nobody uses universal remote controls anymore.
Right.
Like most people have a remote control for their TV, but now it's like, the TV has taken on so many different things, like the DVD player, the VCR gone. You know? Like obviously remote controls are like shaped a lot differently now.
Right.
To where like you can clearly tell what they're for.
Yeah.
As opposed to like how they were before. Like you can tell the difference between a PlayStation 5 controller and a controller for your Roku.
Right.
Like, like it's not even close to like any of the like the first world problems people were having back then. I just think it's kind of funny.
Yeah, because again, that was the whole thing with the antithesis of it going off was that he has no control over his life because he's always constantly working and he can't split his work time with family time. And then it was also the thing of being like, okay, well, I don't know which remote goes to the TV, so fuck it. I'm just going to start just fucking around with these other remotes just to see which one works. So, but there was also like a few cast members that I wanted to also shout out to, because Terry Crews makes a small appearance too. I love his scene because this is always like a big meme too, of him rolling up, what is it, in like his Ferrari or something?
I don't know, just some convertible car.
Yes, a convertible hot rod car, and then him just showing up, just singing
he's singing Working for the Weekend.
Yeah, Working for the Weekend, and then fucking
he mutes him.
He mutes him, and he goes like, "All right, you got it, buddy."
Everyone's looking at you.
You're on it now. Yeah.
Well, we'll kick it off with this scene because I love this whole scene of him going like, him muting him, going through traffic, and then him just going like, wait, hold on, and like there's a girl running, and so she's like in slow motion, so her boobs are bouncing up, and I'm like, hell yeah, dude, boobs are awesome. And then him going to the office, and then him clicking through the different colors for his skin tone. And first one is like him just going super bright yellow like Simpsons. I'm surprised he didn't make a Simpsons shout out, and he just goes like, no, you got the scurvy, arg.
Got scurvy.
And he just goes like, oh, don't make the Hulk angry. You wouldn't like him when he's angry. And he just keeps going more green, and he starts freaking out in the car. That's always great. That's like one of the things I always remember about it. And then him going to like purple, he goes like, oh, look, there's Barney. And he just goes like, I love you, you love me, that runner had big boobies. Finally gets to like the right shade, but shortly after that is like the sexual harassment. Like what was it? I have it written down in my notes. The
sexual harassment, like lecture,
sexual harassment speech day. That's what it was. And then him going through the different modes on that as well. And when he goes like, oh, it's no laughing matter. Like David Hasselhoff is doing it, but yet he's the one that is advocating for sexual harassment.
Yeah, it's like
I think he's the only one that's doing it. Because he's the CEO, he's the boss, right?
Yeah, right.
So he's like, oh, well, I'm the boss, so I can get away with it type guy.
Right.
And he's just a shithead. And so he's going through sexual harassment, and Adam Sandler's clicking through the different settings in the remote. So he's like doing it widescreen, and he just shrieks down. His voice is just really low,
dude,
and deep.
Like we be doing that today.
Honestly. 100%.
Like I mean, that's what YouTube poop is basically, where you just like stretch and shrink.
Yeah, stretch, shrink. You slow down the video, or you like make it go faster.
You like real
like 2 times speed, 0.5 speed, and then he switches the dialogue to Spanish.
Yeah.
And then he starts then he starts laughing, and so like I would assume that he goes like, oh, like, do you think this is funny? And then like he just goes like, no. And they're just speaking in Spanish dialect, and then he switches back to English. He goes like, no, proceed.
Yeah.
So
I was surprised there wasn't any subtitles there.
Right, me too.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, like, it's like a short thing to where they just go back and forth with this dialogue. Rob Schneider is also making like a brief appearance as well, which, you don't really see him because he's wearing a bunch of prosthetics, but he was Prince Habibu.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the movie.
There's so much prosthetic use in this film,
which is great.
I was like, I was looking, I was like, is that freaking Rob Schneider?
Yeah, definitely was.
That's a bit racist. a
Well,
little bit.
he also played another Middle Eastern guy in what was it? Oh, You Don't Mess with the Zohan.
Oh yeah.
So
right.
and like he's got a prosthetic nose on, and
Yeah.
a different hairline and stuff.
I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure that's him.
Yeah. James Earl Jones also makes a couple of appearances in the movie because he's the narrator
Yeah.
guy. So like,
He narrates
especially
his
when,
life, yeah.
when he skips through sometime later.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a year later that the remote fast forwards when he gets the promotion to be partner, and he's all like walking out, and he just goes like, "Hey, like, I can't." Like, do you want to kiss? Yeah. Oh, sorry, I can't kiss you. Otherwise, that'll lead to something else.
Yeah,
so I
right.
gotta and like zip. Like I'm a smiling idiot again, and then like I can't do that.
Again, once
So
he's
and then he goes to
confused
leave.
and unsatisfied.
Yeah, and he goes like, "Shut up, James Earl Jones." He goes like, "No, you shut up."
No, you shut up.
Have a great day.
Once again, Michael left Donna in bed, confused and unsatisfied.
Shut up, James Earl Jones.
No, you shut up, big mouth.
So it's great because the first appearance that we have of James Earl Jones is the fact that Christopher Walken is like, yeah, like hit menu, and then like go through chapters of your
Commentary.
life. Yeah, and he just goes like commentary. What's that? And it's like James Earl Jones is the commentator. He goes like, is that James Earl Jones? And he just goes like, yeah, he does a lot of voiceover work. And especially where it's like his assistant is constantly asking him if she could go to the bathroom, and he's always pissed off because go to the bathroom.
Go to the bathroom. You don't have to talk to. You don't have to ask me. Man.
Yeah, especially in the beginning of the movie when he comes up and she goes like, "Hey, I have a really important question to ask you." And he goes like, "Okay, like what is it?" She goes like, "Can I go to the bathroom?" He goes like, "You don't need to keep asking me that. Just go to the bathroom."
Yeah.
And then she's like running to the bathroom, and later on when she goes like, "Hey, sorry to interrupt, but like I got this important thing for you," and he goes like, "Okay, well, what is it?" Reads it. Can I go to the
Stop
bathroom?
asking me.
Stop asking me. Go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And when it cuts to him being on like a random day or something like that, where he asks her to get him lunch, and so he asked for a hamburger and she gets him a cheeseburger, and so like James Earl Jones just narrating over it of just going like, "Oh yeah, like Donna was trying to get it back from him so that way she could spit in it, and that's what he was worried about, and so like she's walking away and she's all pissed off about it." The other thing was the Bed Bath & Beyond employee.
Yeah.
He just goes like, "Hey man, you got any universal remotes?" He goes like, "We have some for like towels and beds and,
You have a
and
towel for or a blanket.
Yeah, and he goes like, "We have one for a blanket." And he goes like, "You got a remote control for a blanket?" He goes like, "Yeah." And he goes like, "Sorry man, I don't have any friends. Will you be my friend?" He goes like,
No.
No. And he goes to like
Yeah, no,
hit
he
him.
doesn't even say. He just threatens to punch him.
Yeah. He's like, oh, he cows in fear. And especially at the end when he wakes up out of the bed and he goes like, "Oh yeah, like you're not supposed to lay in the beds, but I do sometimes." And he got the surprise look. He's like, and he just goes like, "Oh, you want a friend? I'll be your friend." And he's like has him on his shoulders. He's spinning him around. He throws him on the bed. He's like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
He's all excited. It's great. But yeah, and then like it was a thing where he the dog is barking.
Yes.
And Sunday, and he's
Sundance. Yeah.
Yeah, and he just goes like starts putting down the volume because he's working overnight to do the project. And he's like, "What the hell?" And he goes like, "Well, I guess this is what happens when you combine yodels with cough syrup. You get acid."
Get acid. Yeah.
Which is funny because I paused it there, and then it said on Netflix like, "Oh, like mild drug references," and I'm like, well, there's the drug reference
there it is,
for
there it
you.
is.
The whole fact of him going and back to Morty and him telling him like, "Hey, what the hell is this?" And he just goes like, "Oh, like he thinks it's a reality show at first." And then he just goes like, "Here, press menu," and he goes through. He goes like, "Making of,"
Making up.
So then he goes like, all right, like psychedelic, like what is this? And they're both just standing there watching his parents have sex. He was like, oh God, get me out of here. And then cut to him being birthed.
Yeah.
He goes like, why is, like, I can't see anything. What's going on? And he goes like, why is it soft and squishy? And he goes like, kind of feels nice on my feet. and then he goes like, wait, I'm being birthed with my mom right now? And then they start talking about that he's got a tiny speckle.
Yeah.
And then Christopher Walken, he just goes like, your mom must have superhuman sight because I didn't see anything. Also, the fact that Sundance just keeps humping the duck.
Yes,
too.
that's a good bit.
So throughout the course of the movie, and then later on, he ends up dying, and then they got a smaller dog, and then that one also humps the dog.
Yeah.
And then cut to 10 years later, they got another dog, and he goes like,
oh, you're making the duck all the work.
yeah, you're making the duck do all the work now. So there's some funny bits in this.
Yes.
Besides, of course, like him doing stuff with the remote and everything.
Which it's like that must have been like, oh, I do that, you know, like back when this movie came out, I was like, oh, I wonder what those buttons did on the remote, you know? It's like,
right,
because like whenever you get like a new piece of technology and you see a bunch of options on there, you always want to fiddle with it,
right?
You know,
or especially when you go through the movie DVD.
Oh yeah, the
menu,
the picture-in-picture when
when it's like Janine.
Yeah, Janine is like crashing out basically.
Yeah, which is a funny scene.
I had a bunny.
Yeah, because like
Donna
she
tries
goes
to calm
like
her out down by like, but little bunny,
little bunny. She's got the stuffed bunny in her hand too, because like the scene starts off with him sitting down having some cereal. And her going like, yeah, me and Donna are gonna go to the gym, and all the guys are gonna be hitting on us. And so she goes like, ooh, ooh. And so she pushes her boobs together.
And I are going to the gym, and all the guys are gonna be hitting on us.
It's great. And so he goes like, you know, he just basically egged her on to the point where she crashes out of just going like, you know, oh, like and so she goes like, hey, you know, like, oh, the little spat last night. He goes, it's not a problem, blah, 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 whatever. And then like, you know, whatever. She goes like, oh, I wish that I had a husband that I could like, you know, argue with, make up with, and then give juice to and whatever. And so he goes like, yeah, you had 3 of them. And you slept with all their brothers.
Yeah.
He goes like, they would busy being at work, and then you would go and like have sex with their deadbeat brothers that had no jobs.
Yeah.
He goes like, that made no sense. And she goes like, I had a difficult time of commitment and blah, blah, blah. Because then she starts crashing out about the bunny thing.
And then he puts picture-in-picture, and it's like
it's a baseball game.
Yeah.
And so she's like leaving, and Donna just goes like, you know, says something, and then he takes it out, and he goes like, I'm sorry, what was that? And she goes like, oh, you know that she's sensitive. Like, why were you being mean to him? Being mean to her? And he goes like, I don't know. Like I got to be late for work. I got to go. So. But yeah, and like the whole overarching scope of this movie is basically you can't control everything in your life, so just take it slow.
Like, you know, family's important.
Yeah, family's more important than work.
Like don't let like life's smaller moments like pass you by, and don't like try not to live your life on autopilot, basically. Because the thing about him fast forwarding is the most important part of this film is that like his body still stays there, but his mind goes to sleep.
Yeah,
it's like he blacks out basically.
Right.
And
because like Morty tells him this when he skips through dinner with the family and stuff of having his parents come over, and he goes like, see, look, and then shows him like you know, this is your mind on autopilot.
He's just going like, okay.
Yeah, and especially him like eating the chicken, looking at his son, and just like nodding, and they both nod to each other. But yeah, and then he just goes like, you know, the lights are on, but nobody's home.
Right,
was the thing.
And he does this to get out of it, like being sick. He gets out of this to doing traffic, so he can't drive his car anymore.
Right, and then also taking a shower. Because she goes like, oh, you know, like it's only going to be cold water because like, you know, ate up all the hot water. He goes like, it's all good, and fast forwards through it.
And then he skips then having sex.
Yeah, because he just goes like, I don't want to massage her just to get it through. And then it's like 2 minutes later that it fast forwards through. And then like later on in the movie, it fast forwards it to just 1 minute.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and then like that's when the turning point happens, when it just automatically starts fast forwarding through shit. So, because he doesn't realize this whole thing. And when his parents come over for dinner, like they come downstairs, they're like, hey, thanks for having us. And he goes like, oh, you had a great time? Like, I had a good time too, and whatever. And so he goes like, oh, hey, by the way, my schmeckle got bigger. And they're like, well, it couldn't have gotten any smaller. So started having that as a laugh.
Like, the thing about this movie that like really gets me is like as it getting toward the end, it just gets like really, really sad.
Yes, like the halfway point through the movie, it switches everything. Instead of it becoming a comedy, because there are some comedic bits that happen, but then it goes super serious and it becomes a drama. That subverts everybody's expectations for this movie. Just like, oh yeah, it's another Adam Sandler comedy, you know, ha ha he he, and then that fucking flips you on your head to where you're just like, wait, why am I depressed right now, and why am I freaking out? Why am I crying? Like, the fuck?
That final scene as he's dying.
Yes, like I cried.
I cried too.
Yeah, I was just like, fuck, dude, really? Like, I was getting kind of emotional about the dad dying.
I kind of felt like that way about like the end of Waterboy too.
Yeah,
the end of Waterboy was very emotional as well.
Right, because when the halfway point, when he just starts fast forwarding through his life, because the first big fast forward that he has is like, skip me to my promotion.
Yeah,
and then he was thinking it was only going to be like a couple months, and so he even goes to Morty before doing that, of being like, hey, you know, like, what should I do? Because I want to be able to fast forward through this, but you know, like, you know, what do you think? And he goes like, well, it's your life. You can do whatever you want. It's your remote. You can fast forward through your life if you want to do that. And he just goes like, what am I going to miss? Like a couple of haircuts and fucking like nothing, pretty much.
He finally decides to do it when he talks to his wife and says like, we got to cancel the camping trip again because like I have
work to do.
I didn't make the partnership because
I have to do this next project because he said he was going to make me partner, but he didn't. He bought gifts for them.
He bought them bikes, and then the mom tries to return the bikes.
Yeah, the kids start crashing out. They start crying and
he's
stuff.
Like, I can't take this anymore.
Yeah, he just goes like, just take me. Yeah, skip me to my promotion, and then cut to him standing in front of everybody, going like, hey, here's to you, partner, and just him going like, oh, like, you know. Him and Janine go up to him and they're like, hey, you know, like, seeing Dr. whoever the fuck, basically being a marriage counselor.
Yeah, marriage counselor, yeah.
So, because like it skipped a year and he didn't realize this. And he goes like, it took you a fucking year to make me partner? Really?
You kind of, we skipped over the part where like he's crashing out in the boss's office. Like,
oh yeah. I was just thinking about that too. Where
slaps him in the face. Like,
slaps him in the face and goes like, "Wow, I just got a big headache." He just goes like, "Oh, really? I didn't see anything." Like,
to do these documents, it's gonna take me months.
And you better get started. Wow, I just got a big headache.
I was like, I thank you for introducing me to Janine. Like,
right.
oh, she's brewing your brother right now, you freaking...
you freaking big-headed buffoon. And then he just, like, farts in his face, gets on top of his desk and farts in his face with his mouth open. And then he goes like, no, you got more. And he just fucking farts
like,
some more.
How do we go in this movie from, like, he's literally farting in his face.
Right.
When he's, like, frozen and stopped time to, like,
the
second half of this movie, like... Well, not even the second half, like the last third.
Right.
I would say, like,
yeah, it's a little bit more than half.
Really, really sad.
Yeah, because like the sad stuff happens like 1/3 of the movie.
Yeah.
Like it literally just oversees everything else. And
yeah, man.
But yeah, and then he just goes like, "Oh my god, like I taste shit." He just goes like, "Did you put shit in my lunch?"
No. You got more. Yeah.
Anyway, the sooner you get back to work, the sooner you'll be partnerized. I taste shit.
We can cut through to like the sad shit now because like this movie started to get depressing after this.
Like he's talking to the boss, and he's like, "Oh, maybe I'll make you CEO someday."
Yeah,
Like,
because he came in after one day of being partner, and he just goes like, "Hey, so me and Janine are going to move to Morocco, and we're going to live there. So I'm going to give this person my position of CEO. So then you're going to take his job of doing the day-to-day stuff that, like you were doing, and or that he was doing. So, and he goes like, maybe you'll be CEO one day." And he just goes like, "Oh man," you're like, "That'd be great." And then all of a sudden you hear the beeping.
No, I don't want to be CEO.
Yeah, I don't want the promotion. And then all of a sudden it fast forwards it through
10 years.
10 years. And you know how we know it's 10 years is because that his old boss, David Hasselhoff, calls him on the phone.
And he
goes like, hey, big guy, what happened is that, he basically game overed himself. So now you're CEO. It only took 10 years, huh? And now we know it's been 10 years later. And now he's like a big fat guy.
Yeah, because he's just been like he
kept eating junk food.
A bunch of junk food, yeah.
So and he just goes to the bathroom. So he's like, "I'm a big fat guy."
Oh my god, I'm a fat guy! And it's just him in a fat suit, and he's got like CGI face.
Yeah, he's got CGI jowls.
It does not look good.
No, you can definitely tell it's fake.
It looks really gross.
Yeah, but later on, when they put old prosthetics on him, like having not fat.
Yeah, that looks good. Like wrinkles,
Yeah. He's got more wrinkles.
Except for
all the bunch of stuff. The flap. He goes like, "It looks like a ton licking."
And because now we're in like 2017, basically.
Right, because which is funny because 2017 when that actually happened, we didn't have any of this shit.
Yeah,
not at all. We didn't have more electric based cars and stuff. It's
very
that. He's driving, what was it, like a Cadillac, but it's more electric based.
Yeah.
So because it's like it's got that sound bite to it. But yeah, and then this is when he goes home for the first time because he just goes like, "Just take me home," and then fast forward to him actually going to the house.
Yeah.
And this is when he finds out that after 10 years. Him and Donna are no longer together. They were
Donna's
divorced.
Dating the swim coach in Speedo.
Yeah.
Samwise Gamgee.
Yeah. And he goes like, "Hello, can I help you?" And he just goes like, "Hey, Dad." And he goes like, "Dad." He goes like, "Ben, oh my God, you've got so big. You're enormous." And he goes like, "Yeah, fucking says like fucking what was it? I can't remember now. I had it.
Look who's talking."
Yeah, he goes like, "Look who's talking, Captain of the SS Fat Ass."
Look how big you got. You're enormous. Look who's talking, Captain Twinkie of the SS Fat Ass.
And he goes like, "You promised that you'd take me to Pilates, but you never did." He goes like, "Hey, that's not nice." And he goes like, "Come back with the Twinkies." And then his daughter comes downstairs, Samantha, and then he goes like, "Who the hell are you?" And he goes like, "I'm your daughter." He goes like, "Where do you think you're going? What do you think you're doing, buddy?" And he goes like, "Go put on a sweater." And he goes, "Never take it off." So, but yeah, then when he fast forward through a year, he realizes that Sundance died.
Oh yeah.
"Don't get on my computer, please. Thank you." And that's when he starts crying because the Peanut was the other dog's name.
Yeah.
The smaller dog. "Can I help you with something, dude? I know that you want to get on my computer. I know you." Apparently he wants to man the keys over here. And he starts crying because he goes like, what happened to Sundance? And he goes like, "Don't fucking mention the dog. The kids just stopped crying about it."
Yeah.
And then he starts crying about the dog. And which is valid.
Yeah.
So, because this is when the turning point starts to happen, when everything starts to get sad. So after transitioning to a year, and then that turned into 10 years later. And then I think it was a couple more years later afterwards. Because, it's going to fast forward through your sickness as well. Mm-hmm. So he starts crashing out because Donna and the swim coach are married. And they kiss, and he's trying to fight him. Yeah. And he goes like, "Hey man, I thought that we were past this." He goes like, "Yeah, we are past this." He starts cracking his neck and shit.
He goes
he's like, him. "Yeah, this is what happens when you mess with another man's wife."
Yeah.
Starts strangling him, and he pauses it, and he goes like, "God," because she starts saying "I hate you, I hate you," and it starts to lead this is an argument, right? So it's going to fast forward through it.
So
he goes like, he pauses it. And he goes like, God, what the fuck is happening?
Morty, why did you do this to me?
Yeah, he goes like, I didn't do nothing. You're the one that did it. And, and then like he goes and writes something down on a note. He goes like, please read my note. Please read my note. And afterwards, he goes like, turns to the dog. He goes like, I like what you were doing with the duck there. Really awesome technique or something like that. So
also, do you forget he kicks?
No.
Samwise Gamgee in the nuts?
No. This is when it's still paused.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, when they're arguing and he pauses it, he like kicks him in the dick a few times.
Yeah.
He's like, you're gonna feel that in a minute.
You'll feel that in a second.
And then all of a sudden he presses play, and then he just keels over. He's like, Again, it's like those funny bits in a very serious moment like that, and because it's still a comedy.
But it's still kind of a comedy, so it hasn't gotten to that part where it's like, okay, now it's
super
starting
serious. Yeah. Because that happens like towards the end of the movie of when it starts getting really serious, because then you have where the dog gets on top of him and knocks him out, and then cut to maybe a couple years later, if that.
Yeah, 6 years.
Yeah, 6 years later, 6 more years later. Yeah, because he goes like 6 years. What?
He was in a coma this whole time.
Yeah, and so she goes like, well, it's a good thing that the dog knocked you out because like you went into cardiac arrest.
Because he had cancer.
Yeah, and because he had cancer, and then they had to liposuction all the fat out of him. So, because of course they could have just have him be in a fat suit for the rest of the movie. So, and then that's when we have like the tongue flap. Again, another comedic moment and a very serious moment too. Yeah. So she goes like, "Can you stop fucking
flapping that thing?"
Yeah, he goes like, "It's my flap. I'll do whatever the fuck I want with it." And starts flapping it. She goes, "Are you done?" He goes like, "Yeah." Again, another comedic thing that happened in a serious moment. He goes to the office and then realizes that he goes to see Ben.
And Ben's working at the company he's working at now.
Yeah, and then he's become CEO, but his dad is the owner of the company now. And he starts talking to him about Grandpa.
Yeah.
Henry Winkler.
Yeah, he died.
Yeah, he died like a while ago. And this was always the touching moment for me, is this scene specifically of him going like, if you cry, then I'm going to cry type thing.
Yeah.
And he's all like, hey, push my next meeting. He goes like, no, just do your thing. I'm going to leave. So, and then he starts like crying about it. And then this is when the final reveal comes out that Morty is the angel of death.
Yeah.
So he starts telling him about the stuff, and because he starts to try to rewind, because Morty tells him like you think of a time and place and you're there.
You can't rewind to that time
because you weren't there.
Yeah.
So basically the last time that, when he died.
You weren't there, Michael.
Yeah. And he goes like, just take me back to the last time I saw him, which is like him doing this email.
And he was on autopilot the whole time, and he comes in and it's like, we should have a boys' night out. And it's like,
yeah, he goes like, your mom is at Canasta. And so I figured that we'll do a boys' night out. Like we'll go to dinner. We'll
teach you how to do the coin trick if you go out with us. Yeah, it's like I already know how to do the stupid coin trick. Go away.
Yeah, and he goes like, okay, and then like when he walks out of the room, he starts crying. I'm like, fuck, dude, really? Like he starts crying when he's leaving the room.
He reminds him for him to say, "I love you,
son." several times, and then he kisses him on the cheek, and like that's when I started like getting emotional.
For me, it was the scene in the rain. That was what really hit
me. That's what really hit me too. Was that's when I fully actually cried, was that scene specifically. But like that's when my emotions started picking up, was the dad being dead, and like that was the last time that he saw him and stuff. And then the thing that really started me getting like actual emotional was him seeing his mom at Ben's wedding.
Yeah.
Because of course, like I'm a mama's boy by nature, because my dad was never really in the picture, so it's like, oh, okay, like, yeah, I'm pretty sad about the dad, but whatever. Yeah. And then when he is giving the speech at the wedding, he sees his mom, and then I'm like, fuck. And then that made me start thinking about my mom, of when she gets to be that age.
Yeah.
God willing. And then it's all like that whole thing. I'm just like, fuck. And then like thinking about that whole time frame later on in life and all that bunch of stuff. And then when she like is talking to him or whatever, but then Donna comes up and like they start talking and everything, and he pauses it before they're about to go do a dance because they played their song. He pauses it and he just pants the Speedo torpedo, and then everybody starts laughing at him. And he goes like, "Hey, nice torpedo," or he's like, "Nice Speedo, buddy."
Nice Speedo, buddy.
And they were like, "Wait, he still wears a swimsuit under that?"
And then he has a heart attack.
Yeah, he has a heart attack because Samantha is dancing with him, and he goes, and so she calls him dad. And then he starts to have a heart attack, and then cut to him being in the hospital. It was like 36 hours later.
Yeah.
Because, and again, like this is the reason why they have those, like, when it time jumps, they have a specific character that says like, oh, hey, like the promotion. It's all like, yep, it took you a year to get here, but you finally made it. And he goes, it fucking took you a year.
That's
and,
good.
And then it's all like, hey, partner, like now you're CEO after 10 years, huh? Blah, blah, blah. Like after that point. And then now it's all like, yeah, Samantha wouldn't leave the hospital. Like she stayed here for 36 hours. So, but yeah, and then Ben says that like, yeah, I got to jump on the plane. I got to do damage control because something happened with this deal.
Yeah, we had to cancel our honeymoon.
Yeah, and he goes like, no, go on the honeymoon.
Why did you do that?
Yeah.
Idiot.
Samantha was also leaving with him to get rest and stuff like that. And then he unhooks himself. And the fact that the nurse also comes over and he goes like, hold on. Like, you got to get back in bed. And
I'm going to stab you.
Yeah, he's got the trach. And he goes like, hey, is that, who was it? He said some actor's name.
I don't know.
He said some actor's name, and he's just like, and it's like, he gives him the drug.
Michael, stop. Those machines are
keeping you alive.
I also like how, like, he asked one more time, like, why did you do this to me? I was like, I didn't do shit to you. You go to the credits, and it's written
and directed and
directed and produced by
Michael Newman.
By Michael Newman. It's like, that's you.
That's you. Like, you're in control of your life.
You were putting your life on fast forward way before you met me.
Yeah, like, and him walking through the rain, and then he falls in the middle of the street.
Oh my god!
Like, this is when the emotion started picking up, and I started tearing up and stuff.
I don't think it would have hit me as hard if they just drove away.
Yeah, 100%.
It would have been like, oh, that's really sad. But the fact that it came back. And
like, the fact that, because he kept shouting Ben, and then Ben finally hears him, and then and like the fact that he has that curdling scream too. Of him just going like, Ben! Like, that whole thing. And, then they all finally surround him.
Ben's wife, Samantha, the Speedo guy.
Yeah, Speedo guy, and Donna. They all surround him. What were you gonna say?
It's like my favorite part was him like flipping him off.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that too.
And he's like, "You are okay."
Yeah. Like the face that he makes, he goes like, "What the fuck, dude?" And he goes like, "No, you're okay." And he just goes like, "Oh, okay." He's like, he does
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah,
you're okay.
Yeah. Throughout the movie, whenever somebody gets their feelings hurt, he goes like, "I was kidding."
Yeah.
He's telling Ben like, family first. Go on the honeymoon. He goes like, "Okay, I'll go on the honeymoon." Going through the list of everybody that's there, and then it gets to Donna. And then this is when I started actually sobbing.
It's like,
because Morty's there and he goes like,
the napkin's
Michael, the napkin's still in your pocket.
The note's
Give
still
it to her.
pocket. And it's like, well,
and it's all like,
tomorrow morning.
Yeah, because there's a scene where
it's their first kiss.
Yeah, it's their first kiss. They're writing notes back to each other, and he goes like, "Is it first kiss time?" And so she writes a note back, "Will you still love me in the morning?" So then he gives her the note that says that he wrote 10 years prior.
Yeah.
And she goes like, "Forever and ever, babe."
Forever and ever.
And I'm like, "Fuck!" Like, just sit here crying and all this bunch of stuff, and then he dies.
Yep.
And then wakes up at Bed Bath & Beyond in the bed.
It was all a dream.
So like, road is like Roblox.
Don't let them stop you.
Yeah. And this is like what I mentioned that Nick Swartzen says, like, oh, you're not supposed to lay in the beds, but sometimes I do, and stuff. And then he goes home. He has a new lease on life, and now he's going to focus on family first and not
he was like,
work.
Would you leave me alone trying to draw up these plans of how we can do our 4th of July weekend? And he was like, that is so typical of you. I was like,
Yeah.
Wait,
He's like,
what'd
oh,
you say?
and
Yeah, if you keep interrupting me, I'm not going to be able. I'm going to have to take off work so I can plan 5 more vacations.
yeah. So, and now he's focusing more on living the life instead of trying to be partner and stuff.
He got a new dog that he was like, I got you.
Yeah, he
got rid of
goes.
that
He
duck.
goes. Yeah, he goes like, oh, it's time to do the real thing, and then like it's a pit bull.
The pet shop told me there was a female dog.
Yeah, I was
I
like,
got
oh,
scammed
that's
there.
great. Like they both are dumping it at the same time.
Yeah.
It's great.
And then it ends with Morty giving him a
note
a
that
note.
says that like, hey, some good guys need a break. Like I know that you'll do the right thing this time. And then he
He's
says,
like,
"P.S. Your wife's rocking body still
gets me going.
me going." And
he throws the remote in the trash.
Yeah, because that's the right thing to do is to throw it away.
Yeah, because he couldn't just get rid of it because it would just appear back on his body.
Yeah, because that was a funny scene because he just goes like, throws it away, smashes it, whatever, and it always appears somewhere else. Like it appears in his hand, appears on his head, and then he throws it outside, and he goes like, "Whoa, is this a stick up? Or are you just happy to see me?" And he's got it in his pants, and then he starts to like try to take off his clothes. He goes like, "I want to do that because there's only one other place that it could pop up." And he goes like, "All right, fair." And so he doesn't do that. So
and the movie's end.
Yeah, then that's the end of Click. So we'll get on to our consensus of this being a rent, buy, or skip. So if you've been with us so far, or if this is your first time, so what we'll do is that we will say if it's a rent, buy, or skip. Rent is just an occasional watch. Oh, it's up on Netflix. Yeah, I'll watch this. It's been a little while. Or is it a buy? Oh, because it's coming out in 4K, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna buy it, right? Or I had it on Blu-ray when it first came out and stuff. Mm-hmm. Got to rush out and buy the new 4K release. Or is it a piece of dog shit movie where it's a skip? I hate this movie. Don't like it. So I'll go first because mine will be pretty quick and easy. I would say that this was a buy.
Fuck yeah!
Best of the best, sir. With honors.
For sure. So because halfway through the movie, I'm like, you know what? It's a rent. It's a typical Adam Sandler comedy joint. It's all right. But after getting through it, I'm like, no. After the sad shit, I'm like, no, this is a buy.
Yeah.
Because, again, like I said earlier in the episode, was that like, it subverts your expectations halfway through.
Very memorable.
Yeah. So, like I wouldn't mind picking it up. It would be great, and all that bunch of stuff.
Right.
So, really great Adam Sandler comedy joint. It's great. So, and for all those reasons, I'd say that it's a buy. It's memorable, like you said. Like whatever you talk about Click, people go like, oh yeah, I remember that. And then they always talk about like it shifts halfway through the movie.
Yeah.
So I will definitely go and pick this up on 4K when it becomes available. So what about you?
I'm going to say that is a high rent.
I mean, it's all right. Like,
I think it's a good movie, but I wouldn't watch it all the time. I
Yeah.
would watch it like occasionally.
Mhm.
So, like I said, like the it is a total, like not like a total shift, but it's a very gradual one. But like it really
right.
hits you. Like this is one of the movies that like I will cry every time I like see the ending of it.
Oh,
basically.
100%.
It's like I don't think like it wasn't like this movie, but like it's on my list of movies that I've cried at.
Yeah.
And one of those movies is like, you ever seen A Man Called Otto?
No, but I do
Tom
remember
Hanks?
you talking about it at one
No.
point though.
It's sad.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because like
really
it's
freaking sad.
it's all about like Tom Hanks being an older guy. He's kind of an asshole to everybody. He's like the asshole neighbor.
He
And
keeps
then
trying to kill himself.
yeah, that's what you told me before too.
Yeah.
So.
But like yeah, this is like I watched it for the first time maybe like 5 years ago,
Mhm.
honestly.
Yeah.
And this is my like third time watching it, so it's still good.
The Man from Otto, right?
No. I'm talking
Oh,
about
it's Click. Oh, okay. This is your third time watching this movie. Oh, okay.
I've only ever seen A Man Called Otto once because I never want to see that movie ever again.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like Marley and Me, right? Like everybody says, like, oh yeah, like the ending is super sad, and like people don't watch it anymore because of that reason.
Right.
So
but no,
but
for Click.
But this movie is still enjoyable enough to where you can still go back and rewatch it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I wouldn't buy it, but I would certainly if I see it pop up and I feel like watching it, I'll watch it again. So
right.
I'll give it a high rent.
Yeah. So it's definitely up there, but it's not enough to buy.
Yeah,
Almost to buy.
for me, at least.
Yeah. Now we'll go into IMDb, see what other people have to say, what suggested people. So we'll go on here, do a 1-10, sometimes both star review, depending on what we say about the movie, and see what other people have to say about it.
Let's do a 1-star.
So, yeah. That's what I was thinking. Click off, please, now.
Click off, please, now.
Yeah.
Okay.
The idea was great. I grant you that. It always was. From Faust to It's a Wonderful Life, the what if, the second chance, the realization, and all the rest. So, can anyone explain to me why the new moronic turns of this perennial tale, the Jerry Springer sensibility that corrodes, diminishes, and ultimate destroys what it should have been a lovely movie, is what I took with me as I rushed out of the theater.
Oh God.
He's really making this big brain moment. Back in 2006.
He's using a lot of words.
Yeah, he's using a lot of big words here. I think that we should all know by now that technical wizardry is not nearly enough, and that audiences are smarter than what the smart-ass marketing experts seem to think. Is this movie making money? I don't know, but I don't think so. Not even with a 1 million copy opening weekend end. How sad, really. How sad. You literally said nothing about the fucking movie.
Can you say one thing that was wrong with this film?
Right, objectively wrong. So you hated it.
It wasn't as good as Faust or It's a Wonderful Life, therefore bad.
Yeah, it's like it's got the generic like, oh yeah, like.
But like, you didn't say anything specific about it.
Right. Well, about the movie.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like that guy didn't like talk about it. He just used a bunch of words, and that's enough to make me believe that he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah. So dumb. We'll move on to this one, and then we'll call it Horrid. Because I'm pretty sure this person actually knows what they're talking about when they don't like this movie.
Okay.
Talking about the movie specifically. This movie is the worst Adam Sandler movie yet. See, look, we're already off to a great start here.
Yeah, we're talking about a specific Adam Sandler movie.
Like most movies in this generation, which is hard for me to say since I am a part of this new generation.
Okay.
This movie was crammed full with inappropriate jokes. Okay.
Yeah, it's an Adam Sandler movie.
It's an Adam Sandler movie. Get the fuck over it. You got multiple dogs humping a fucking duck. Who gives a shit? It was
like that in Happy Gilmore too.
Right.
Like
yeah. Like take your pick. It's like sex, farts, groin kicks, boobs, man boobs, and bowel movements. Yeah, it's a fucking Adam Sandler movie. Of course all that shit's going to be in it.
Yeah.
So it's all in there. The writing is so predictable at times you can almost say the line before they do. Sandler's over-the-top acting is all right when it comes to comedy, but he is sorely lacking when it comes to drama. I beg to differ. He did a great fucking job, even when it's shifted tonally in this movie.
Yeah.
And even later on, he did Punch Drunk Love. He's also done Funny People. He's a great actor.
Uncut Gems?
Yeah, Uncut Gems is a great fucking A24 movie. So I fucking loved that movie. It gave me high anxiety, but I stuck with it. So, where did I leave off? The only positive aspect is Kate Beckinsale, who do any part well.
You just thought she was hot. That's just let's
call a spade, okay?
Yeah, well,
she's just hot. She's eye candy for the movie, okay?
Yeah.
Duh. You can see the ending coming before you can even start the beginning. No, the fuck you can't. What are you talking about? You could not go like, oh yeah, it was all a dream.
Or no, not even that it was all a dream. But like, are you talking about like the final conclusion, or are you talking about like the
turning
leading
point
up into the conclusion?
Right.
Right. It's like because I don't think anybody expected this comedy movie to turn dark.
Right. And even then, it wasn't perceived that way even with the trailers and stuff.
Right.
Because that was the twist of the movie, was that everything changed tonally.
Yeah.
So, utterly predictable, this Christmas Carol-esque story leaves much to be desired.
What?
A lot of the people do not know peak. Okay?
This movie is nothing like the Christmas Carol.
Right. Like
the only thing that's different is that like he changed he changed his life, yeah, but like he's not like he doesn't care about his family at all.
Right.
You know?
So here's the thing, okay? I thought that Punch Drunk Love came after this. Punch Drunk Love came before this. 4 years
that's
before
even
this.
more damning then.
Right, because I don't want to say that this was his first drama role, because I don't keep up with his career enough to know specifically, oh yeah, this is when it happened, or this is whatever. But like, this is the specific movie that I remember of him going from comedy into being more of a dramatic actor.
Yeah.
So, because of course, like, you know, he is inherently the funny guy, right? So of course he's got like funny things that happen in the movie, but it's like specific things that his character does that are kind of comedic. But the overall arching theme of it is that it's a drama, right? Versus this movie, Click, is more of a comedy, and then halfway not even, like a little bit more than halfway through the movie, it shifts on that tone of being a drama, but it's still got comedic undertones under it,
Right?
because it is still inherently a comedy. Anything else on Click?
Nope.
Before we end it here, so
I think we covered it.
Cool. So with that being said, again, thank you everybody so much for being here. We really appreciate it. Again, if you want to take that a step further, if you're not already, subscribe and follow us on all those platforms. Like, share, and subscribe. We really appreciate you doing that. And we'll see you guys next week for something new, which I will not say. So, let me see. Well, we have a choice here. Okay? So,
well,
yeah, you guys will find out what we'll actually do next week, but I will talk to you off camera what that is. So, with that being said, we'll see you guys next week. So, bye.
Bye.